Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be about your person. We're going to find out will they reach out to you. This was quite requested, and I've decided to do a reading about that. We're going to find out why or why not will this person reach out, and also other things that spirit will of course give us. So we have four piles for today's reading from the left to right. The first pile is Cherry Blossom Flower Agate and the Herbal Astrology Oracle deck. The second pile is Rose Quartz and the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck. The third pile is Lemon Jade and the Star Dragons Oracle deck. And the fourth pile is Citrine along with the Ostara Tarot deck. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most. Now I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1, if you chose the Cherry Blossom Flower Agate. This is going to be a reading also with the Herbal Astrology Tarot deck. So I have a few pre-shuffle cards. We're going to find out what is this state of this connection or this person, and will they or will they not reach out. I'm going to take this in reverse. Transformation 42 in reverse. I'm going to take this upright. This in reverse. So we have transformation 42, adventure, and I find deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. So I think that a lot of things that I'm going to state is something that I'm picking up. You will already be knowing about this person that will give you further confirmation about how this reading unfolds for you and whether if it's for you or not. Because I think that there's this energy where you understand that this person is someone that is not very serious about relationships or their life at the moment. The adventure card is the Page of Pentacle energy with the so when we read tarot, the meaning of a specific card and the placement of it really changes and adjusts with the cards that it is surrounded by, right? So transformation before with the Page of Pentacles and a card that talks about someone that is unable to go through the process of change really tells me that this person, generally I would read the Page of Pentacles as someone that is offering only the bare minimum, but I think that this person will reach out to you when there is a substantial part of letting go done in your journey. I feel like it's a little bit tricky to place this answer because you may find yourself in resistance with the situation. I also feel like there would be an urge to reach out to them, and you might as well. I think that after watching this reading or sometime in the future, you may have this urge to just talk to them. But I think that the question answered is the question how it is answered is that yes, this person will reach out, but quite later on in your journey. From their end, the initiative will be taken when this person will reach a point, maybe a good time I'm picking up. Like, it really depends, it's a general reading, but I'm seeing that maybe after 6 to 8 months or a year or something like that, that's when this person will wake up and realize what they have lost. They, I think that this person's progress is, I don't think we can measure growth in that sense. We can only measure it from our past version, right? And I think that this person's growth is somewhat a little too late for you. That's what I'm picking up. Um, and if something is not making sense, um, I'm just finding it a little bit difficult to talk about this. I don't know why. The concept is very easy that this person will wake up later on when you have somewhat given up on them. And that's when they will reach out. But there's also a possibility over here that you may also have some sort of energetic transaction, that means communication or some sort of dream state, astral projection, something like that, which would be initiated on your end. But I think that by the time this person, okay, the question is in when they will reach out, that will be when later on you have moved on from this connection, and substantial part of you completely thoroughly recognizing the fact that this person is not mature as you. And it's not about age. I really feel the need to say that it's not about age. They could be older than you, they could be your age, they could be younger than you. It's not about age. Age is just a number over here. It's about an individual level of maturity and readiness. And I think that this person has been a very strong connection in your life, has been a very strong catalyst in your life, has played a very strong part in your journey. But I hate to say it, they're not the one for you. This is something that I never jump the gun and say, but this is something coming straight from spirit. Because maybe you are someone that has been watching readings, maybe the universe has been giving you signs, maybe you've been asking for signs, but for some reason you just put the blinders on. And even if you don't want to accept it right now, you'll just tell yourself, but this is just a general reading, so I don't want to know this, like it's probably not for me. Then I can't really do much, right? But over here I think that well, straight up, this person will reach out when you have let go of them, and they will realize, because that would be the point, they would reach where you have reached today. That is what I wanted to say about growth being measured, because I can't really measure it, but this person is a little bit behind than you. And I think that when they do reach out later, a year or two later, or maybe after 6 months, 8 months, that would be the point they would be where probably you're standing at today watching this reading, and they would realize, like, okay, I think that that would be the point. If I had to give you a little bit of tea into their inner world, I think this person would reach at that point where they would realize, okay, now I feel the need to have a genuine relationship in my life. They would be done with the hustle bustle. Maybe this person is someone that's very career oriented. Also, maybe this is someone that has a wandering eye. They always look for the very next best thing, and that is something that is very disrespectful for a person who is looking for a one-on-one connection, right? That is very disrespectful. And I think that you have reached to that conclusion where you're like, well, I don't want to fight for their attention. And I think at a very strong point in your life, I keep hearing the word thorough. You would be very thorough with the process that has been done in grieving this person in your connection. This connection, I want to say that I know your depth for this person, your depth of feelings for this person. I know the strength of this connection, but I also feel very strongly in my heart that you will it serves you better if I am straight to the point, and if I do become a little bit cutthroat with you, because you are at this person somewhat at the mercy of a reader telling you they will come back, they will come back. And there's something that you're really really feeling weak and very connected, and you have a very strong soft spot because of the connection, and you really want this person to be the one, or just have a good time with them in terms of emotional companionship. You really want them to choose you, and a number of things. But I think what you really have a soft spot is for this person, and I think it would serve you better if I am very very honest about what I see. Because you're generally at the mercy of what this person does in your life at this point. You're willing to prioritize them before yourself. You're vulnerable. I'm going to use the deck that you chose and pull out a card about what is this person's state of mind when they do reach out to you. That's what I'm hearing. Um, and what would be their feelings or something like that. Okay. Oh, we have Dragon's Blood, Anima Mundi. Oh, we have two cards. This one also flipped. Well, we have three. Spirit, which ones should I take? Okay, they want me to take the first and the third. And we have Arnica, Teacher. Makes sense. Also, I can't help but notice the one that you chose. You didn't choose, but the deck also gave us is the second card. I told you there are three that flipped, so the second one is Bobinsona. Um, Trust. Okay, this is number 8. So this one gave us Moon and Neptune, which talks about. I feel like the first thing that I get with trust is almost like this person would have healed a substantial amount of their trust issues, or just when it comes to you. I think this person will go through 2 or 3 karmic cycles, maybe with the same person, or 2, 3 people that will not be you. And I think this person will have to go through their own trust issues. They will have huge, huge purges before this person actually is able to think about giving their heart to another person. This person is in the I want to have fun. I don't want to settle down. I'm focused on my career. All of these things are reasons to escape intimacy because this person fears being left out. I also feel like if you want a deeper understanding, if that's something that you really want, you can watch pile number 3. It will serve you. Also, that a lot of messages that I might be talking to the viewer would be something that would be directed to this person. It's almost like the things that I would be saying would resonate with this person's energy, if that is something that you want to know. It's completely optional. So we have the Dragon's Blood, Anima Mundi. This is the card which I saw and I immediately knew what happened. Um, Dragon's blood is also used in witchcraft, and there's something over here that would be very metaphysical that would have happened, because I think metaphysical is just a little bit of to add that oomph to your reading. I think it's just a special effect to add to the healing process that your person will have gone through. And I think at that point this person will start seeing you for who you are. I think this person right now is so clogged up with their own worldly measures, and um, this person doesn't see the world the way you do. I think this person is very focused on their 3D development, and that is just their journey. I will not sit here and discriminate them for how their journey unfolds and what the divine has created for them to go through, just because it doesn't match up with your plans or my understanding of them. Does that make sense? I'm not going to act like the judge and jury, but I think over here it's important to understand at that point this person will align with your values, or somewhat they will align with true values of life, intrinsic value of a person. And at that point, I think this person will understand what a diamond under the dust you were. It's almost like this person right now can't see you as well, because you are not completely yoked you are someone that is also under pressure, diamonds formed under pressure, and through this process you are also not visible to this person. It's very misty, it's very dusty, it's foggy, this person. Both of you, you can't what I say, that you can probably see this person, you don't want to accept that. And I think that this person can't really see you for who you are. Somewhere I think that the universe is hiding your value from this person, because it's not that they're probably not from your soul tribe or something like that, but I just genuinely feel like this person is not worth it. um you're cut from a different cloth, pile number one. And this person is probably a cut from a different cloth. You don't have the same, you're just not the same. There may be A's and B's and C's that match up, but the prototype over here doesn't match up. uh, Maybe there were some things that were common, but you have thoroughly outgrown this person, and by the time they do come back, you wouldn't be interested in them, because you'd be on a different level field. You'd be playing in a different level field. And I feel like, specifically if it's about your career, this person will probably come back because all that glitters is gold. Something about your life would have gone through a glow up, internal glow up. So things would have changed around you. Maybe you would have shifted. Maybe you would have gotten, something would have taken off in your career as well. Something about it, this person is very driven by ambition and what other people have. And I think this person will start seeing you in that manner, because this person sometimes really likes to keep relationships somewhat as, they will keep people closer when they know they can benefit off that connection, or something like it adds to their self-worth. That's what I really feel. This person seems to be pretty 3D focused, and I think that again, I don't want to paint a bad picture. um I don't know, why do I feel the need to defend this person? It's almost like this person has their own struggles, right? And I feel somewhat a little bit short of breath as of now. And I think if there's one thing that I'm channeling from this person's higher self, is that they want to tell you that it's also unfair to them if you judge them for the decisions that they're making, because they also have an inner child that probably didn't receive approval and validation from their loved ones, or maybe they were made fun of when they were a teenager. And this person seems to find that their value doesn't just come from them, but what they have. So the kind of people that they hang out with, the kind of people that they sit and eat with, the kind of people that love them or pretend to love them, or the people that crave them, or the women and the men that ask for their attention, or the kind of work experience that they have. Somewhere there's an inner child that's trying to do whatever it can to feel validated in this world. And maybe they don't think that true love is enough to make them feel like that, because when they wanted true love, or when they were offering true love, it wasn't enough from them. Maybe they had a relationship that completely discarded them out because they weren't all that worldly. So in today's world, in today's time, this person thinks that way to be valid is to hang out with the people that are valid, is to remain valid. It's almost like this attention seeking energy that I feel from this person. I think on an extreme level, they're reminding me of the Kardashian family, Kardashian Jenner family, how they always have something to create, to fester, or to stir, my bad, in the news, to remain valid, right? So there's something about that where this person tries to do so and so. Maybe, I mean, of course, not on that tangent where, I'm talking about the Kardashian family, but I think there's somewhat, it paints a good picture for you to understand there's an inner child that's trying to just remain valid. And there's a reason why they don't find this relationship a good enough source to heal them. They don't find it safe. There's their own journey, right? So that's all I can say about this. Um, this is the, Pluto and Lilith. Again, Lilith is about our shadows, teaching us how to dance with our shadows. And I think by the time this person finds you to be the authentic version of light and dark, I think this person would be pretty late, not even a little too late, because there's somewhat an energy of you probably. Now, this is just this I would place it as optional, because this is a general reading that some of you may be in a relationship by that time. Some of you may have found the one for you. That's what I'm feeling, because this doesn't feel like a small relationship. This feels like someone that you would be very well settled with, or you would have a ring on your finger, or you would be moving towards that, or you would just feel like that's what you want and you don't want to waste any more time on this person. That's what I strictly feel. So I think that this person would have taught you your own lessons, the kind of cycle that you had to go through with them as well. And with the Arnica teacher card, this really talks about Saturn energy. This is somewhat where our past has really helped us understand today. Our past has shaped us today, and I think that you would be at like you would be a sheer refusal to let this person in or do anything. Somewhat I think that you both would have outgrown, but it would just be a little bit of, not a regret, but I think a very deep understanding on this person's end that you were the right choice. Any person would be very lucky to have you, because you have always had your priorities in alignment. I think that this person would see you as someone that was not made for the games or the situationships or the hookup lifestyle. You are someone that's a one woman man or a one man woman, and you will always remain like that. And those kinds of people are very rare to be found today, because it takes a lot of strength to persevere through loneliness and keep your respect, self respect above all. Okay. I'm gonna find out how are they viewing you now at this time when you find this reading, and how will they view you later on. Two cards for each. This is for now, this will be upright, and this is for then, this will be reversed. I'm going to take two cards. I am hearing that this person sees you as someone that is vulnerable at the moment. Yes, this person absolutely does recognize how much you're in need of them. Five of Pentacles and the Six of Wands, and they kind of get an ego boost out of it. I'm going to take this upright and this in reverse and this one upright. Courage. The World in reverse. You're hung up on them. The Page of Cups in reverse. This one is upright, right? You still have a soft spot for them. You really want to talk to them. It's taking you a lot to hold yourself away from them, hold yourself away from them. This person also is in this understanding with this. They kind of move with this understanding that you'll come around. You will always want them. This relationship never really ends. It only takes a pause and it resumes later on. This person, maybe this is a situationship. Maybe this is someone that is like your safety net that you keep going back to whenever other relationships don't work out, or when you feel lonely, you're at really you're hitting rock bottom in your life. Maybe this is someone that you've known since childhood. Maybe this is someone that you feel like you can share your childhood wounds, whether you can really talk to them. It's not at all, I'm not taking off the emotional component out of this. I think that you do have a romantic connection that does serve some sort of companionship or friendship at the base level, some sort of understanding or acceptance that this person does offer to you. And I think that there are not just black and white areas in this, there's a gray area in which you have to understand that this person, yes, they do understand you, they accept you for who you are, they see your darkness, but also this person is someone that is not capable of completely committing to you in this present moment. I don't know about the future, okay? So I think that with the Page of Cups over here, this is the energy that this person feels like you want to always be around, you will always be around. It's precisely what I pick up. I'm going to take this in reverse and this one. I'm going to take both of them upright, and this is in the reverse, right? Spirit, death. We have the Ace of Cups and the Magician. So how they're going to see you in the future once they do decide to come back or give this a chance is somewhat that they will have the same difficulty that you have been through, and I think it will be a humbling process for this person. If this person happens to see you be in a happy relationship, or even, okay, this is a little bit, funny. It's told me that even if it's a relationship that just looks good on paper at the moment, because all relationships have their ebb and flow, ups and downs, I think that this person would still be pretty like FOMO. I feel FOMO. They would have a fear of missing out on you. They would still feel like, why did I let them go? They would not be able to accept the death of this connection, the end of this connection. This person would still hope for you to come back and things to be as easy as it used to be when you were probably young. There's a lot of reference about childlike, even with, the Page of Pentacles, childlike energy. Maybe you genuinely know this person since childhood, or you feel really connected with them on a on an inner child level. You can really be yourself with them. You can be quirky and weird, I think. Or this is someone that you've known since school. That's also what I'm picking up. But anyways, I think they would still have a lot of love for you, but I think it would be very late. They feel if they would come in. This is very interesting. Well, pile number 1. Do you feel like you are the only one that's grieving this relationship, and this person doesn't seem to be showing any signs of like grief, or feeling like, well, okay, yeah, fine? Because I think that this person will be so caught up with making things happen for themselves or chasing here and there, that at that point in the future, someday you will have somewhat your, I'm getting Princess Diana revenge dress, somewhat like you will have your moment. And there's nothing wrong with feeling like, yes, you finally get that ego boost that, you do miss me. You realize what you left behind, right? I think that in the future, this person will finally come in realization and actualize their feelings and their depth for you. And that's when this person will feel the peak of their love for you, their fondness for you, because I feel like the feelings are mutual. This depth, this connection, but somewhat this person is just not on the same wavelength as you. And I think in the future, somewhat later on, this person will come in touch, really touch base with how deep this was, and they will then go through their grieving process. So it's different for everyone, and I think that is the reason why pile number 1, I wanted to say that I don't want to villainize this person and their journey, because it's simply written differently for them. And maybe just because you have to grieve this relationship before them, that just doesn't feel, fair to villainize them for this not working out between the both of you. Because the way I'm reading cards, I can really, really tell that this is not written for the both of you to end up together. I'm sorry. I'm going to pull out a few channel messages from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. You can contact me on my email. I would love to hear from you. I can't handle your words. I've shut down. So this person, I'm telling you, is not in touch with their reality and their emotions as of now. And they are willing to brush it off. I'm searching for myself in the future. This person will searching for themselves is not just about their own soul searching, but searching for themselves will also be under the feelings and the loss of you, perhaps. Let's put it that way, okay? And I think that you may not see it right now, but you mean a lot to this person, and that's something I can tell with how they're going to feel in the future. They're not going to feel so much if you don't mean anything to them. It's just people deal with it on different timings, in their own ways, right? So that's what I really want to say. They're not a bad person for walking their own path. I know it's easier to blame something or someone because you're hurting and it's not working out right now, but I don't know, man. Blame them away as much as you want to if it helps you heal your heart, right? I don't know what to say. I'm aroused by the thought of having you near me. So this is right now, and I am hurting. I really need time to heal myself. Oh, I just feel really, I just feel so much sympathy for the both of you, because this is just a situation where it's like, it's just not matching up, right? Anyway, pile number one, I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that you feel better. If this was helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comments section how this made you feel, and I'm open for personal readings. You can contact me on my email. It's given down below, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the rose quartz and the ethereal visions tarot deck, this is going to be your reading where we find out, will your person reach out? Okay, so I am going to begin by using the tarot deck. Flip out a few cards. I do have pre-shuffled cards like always, and there's something, I'm hearing the words crusty. There's something in the air is what I am picking up. I'm hearing momentum. So your immediate energy is, intuitively I pick up, yes, this person will reach out. But I think that the timeline that I am getting is 4 to 5 months. Now, given that this is a general reading, I don't want you to get too stuck up on the timeline, for better or worse. It could happen before that, it could happen after that. But what is important for you to know is that energetically you connected with a pile, thinking about a person. That is universe's way of telling you that yes, this person will reach out and you need to calm your nerves. That's what I'm hearing. So whatever messages I receive, pile number two, I hope you keep that in mind, that I have absolutely no idea about your personal situation with this person or your own personal state of mind, and I'm simply stating things that spirit is giving me on an energetic level. So if something doesn't support your thought patterns, if it doesn't help you, if it makes you feel anxious, there's something that will be enlightened through this reading. And I'm hearing that the process that you're having with this person right now of being in separation with them, I feel like it's brutally triggering you. Somewhere there's a part of you that is attached to this person, where I'm not denying that you don't have a genuine connection, or this is not real, or there's no love here. But I feel like right now we're seeing a version, like you're observing a version of you that feels very desperate, feels very codependent, feels like you need this person to approach you, you need this person to talk to you, you need this person's flattery, you need this person's gestures, you need, I'm hearing the words you need this person to do something for you. And I think the best course of action to move forward is to not at all be judgmental of this part of you that needs something. I think that belittling it, shaming it, or guilt tripping yourself on the fact that you need something is just an indication of somewhere maybe you can give that to yourself. Or it's not always that self love, self love, self love. sometimes we're genuinely triggered because there's a part of us that wants to be fulfilled by another person, which comes in conjunction with our childhood where we were not given that, and now we're seeking that from romantic partners. There's nothing wrong with that. I feel the need to clarify certain beliefs or certain thought patterns that you're telling yourself, belittling yourself that you want this person. And I think that the biggest thing that I'm getting from spirit is that you're intellectualizing a lot of it rather than feeling or letting yourself feel and acknowledge it. Like, yes, like I think that you need to own up to the fact that you want companionship or you want someone to cater to you. And I think the more that you will do this instead of belittling yourself, the more it will enhance or help you improve your self-worth. Because I think that the part of you that is belittling you maybe comes from emotionally unavailable parents, in fact even family members, or maybe previous partners that have also been as immature as you in the past. And I think that this voice inside you that keeps belittling you that you need something from this person is just equivalent to emotionally unavailable people in your life, or the ones that have brought you up. It's almost like those people were also belittled for having emotions and needs and wants, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that that is the whole concept of having a community and being a social being as mankind. So I think that you need to start validating your need for another human or friends or good friends or good romantic partner or companionship. I think that irrespective of your age, even if you find yourself being too young, like they tell you that you're too young to be focusing upon finding a man or a woman for yourself, there's no timeline on wanting love in your life. I think that you need to stop defining yourself by what has been told to you by other people. Okay, yeah, so I was about to shuffle the deck, but I didn't get a chance to do that because the channeling was so strong. So I do have these pre-shuffle cards. I'm going to take this one in reverse. We have presence. I'm going to take this upright, and I'm going to take this card. I'm going to take this as well in reverse. Failure over here. All right. So, what I am getting is somewhat spirit is introducing me to your energy right now. And it's completely up to you if you want the free advice or not. But I think that your reading in today's time, okay, whenever you find this reading, it does not amount to the kind of work or the amount of work that you've done on yourself. I think that we revisit a wound many times in our life. If that's a rejection wound, if that's an abandonment wound, I see no difference in these core wounds because all of them just come from a place of not receiving love. Um, and I think that this situation with your person, with the presence in reverse, the presence card really talks about directing our energy. Um, Somewhat having an expanded point of view, a meditative state of mind. Meditative state of mind doesn't mean that you're just sitting crossed legs and you're just in your own zone. I think meditative state of mind can also talk about being content with the situation you're in. And I think that we hear that numerous times in our lives, but we don't actually know the applicability of it because it ranges from emotions to emotions and phases of our lives. Every different phase requires a different version of ourselves. And I think you're someone that um, including your person is what I'm hearing, has really stuck to a specific image, or I'm hearing a personality type. So you keep on telling yourself maybe that you're an introvert, you're an extrovert, you don't do this, you don't do that. It's almost like these are labels for your fluidity. Your life is like a water body. Sometimes you will be like the ocean, you'll be big and expansive, you'll be roaring, but you'll be beautiful, you will have a lot of emotions. Sometimes you'll be like a river, sometimes you'll be like a streamline, you'll be very thin, you'll be hidden, but you'll be fast moving. There are different states. You could just take your own knowledge and imagination as to what it means to be a water body and imagine yourself like that. um wow, this is reminding me of a specific poem that I wrote by myself during a specific phase in my life, and it was using the metaphor and the personification of water. Nevertheless, that poem talks a lot about fitting into different containers. It's like there are different variables in life, given there are different situations in life, and we learn how to fit into containers. We don't get too attached to a specific container or the shape of it. Over here I see that the both of you, specifically, let's talk about your person. I mean, if something really resonates with you, take it as yours, because if you both are on a tangible level, not seeing much progress, but spiritually feeling connected and drawn to each other, it means there's some sort of role or contract or something that is energetically tying the both of you together. So it means that there's some sort of, yes, we can say that you are some sort of counterparts at the present moment, okay? For me, I personally believe that we encounter different counterparts at different phases in our lives. Nothing is stationary, and I think that is a bane and a boon in its own self, because nothing really remains. Everything changes, and that is a bane and a boon. It can be good and it can be bad, right? It depends on the point of view and the situation given at hand. So I see that there's the failure card, which says that I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, and I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. I would say that this person relatively feels very confident in the fact that they're for you, or they're supposed to go towards you. And I think that this is an energy that will gain momentum in the coming days, weeks, or months. So you can see that in accumulation with how much time this person reaches out to you, because they've not reached that level of confidence yet. It's almost like there's a difference between knowing and embodiment of it, and I think that this person knows of it, but they're not able to embody it yet. So I think that the embodiment will take place in them solving their own karmic traits. By karmic traits, there's nothing wrong with it. I always try to change your perspective in the sense that karmic is not bad. It just means that we are getting past something. So this could also be with the reference that I made before, that maybe this person feels like they had got past that rejection wound, because failure can indicate someone who is scared of rejection from life, rejection from you, rejection from the situation, just feeling like they were not accepted. And I think that this person is revisiting that wound, and that's what might be, that could be something that's playing out in your life as well. I think that at the current moment, this person may be in resistance to it, because of the fact that they're probably comparing themselves to you, or they're comparing themselves to your options. I'm hearing imaginary options, like this person perceives you to be someone that has options. The comparison is the Five of Swords energy. This is the suit of swords. This gives us Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. This talks about, like, if I had to put it in a simpler form, it's almost like something that I personally try to follow as a soothing balm for my own insecurities. That I try to tell myself that there'll be always someone that's more beautiful, more smarter, more wiser, more athletic, somebody that would be more better at something than I am. And I think that in life there are so many different unique people, but there is only one of one, that is me. And I think my superpower is resides in knowing that I am one of one. There's nobody that can can be exactly like me. So there's see, like there are 5 traits that are good about me, and then there are 5 traits that are good about the girl in the opposite corner of the room. So when we do come down to tally, maybe there are 3 4 traits that are same, but the fifth one, given the benefit of the doubt, the last one might not be exactly like me, and there would be someone that would, or there would be a group of people, there would be just somebody that would appreciate me with all those similar 4 traits, and the fifth one that makes me unique. Does that make sense? It's almost like there's something in me that is very unique that the other person will not have. And I think that um this is something that you probably use to soothe your ego, and maybe there's something that this person has used as an external reference to their worth that may be crumbling before their eyes. It could be their physique, it could be their financial background, it could be their, maybe it's just a twisted way of using mind games to get people in their grasp, or it could be a number of things, which I hope you do not take it as negative, because we all do something. Today, if I am talking about something to you, there's also something that I use in my personal life to make myself feel better than other people. And this is a very natural trait, whether you're spiritual or not. It just reduces us to being humans at the end of the day. And villainizing your ego is definitely not the way to go about it, right? So, I think that this is a part where your person is learning how to, again, not villainize that part of themselves that was, maybe, I don't know, using to get other people to be attracted towards them. This is a very specific message that we're going down, like this path that we're going down with the comparison. I couldn't have guessed that this is the message that spirit is going to give me about comparison. Usually the first understanding that I get, initial understanding that I get is, well, that this person is comparing themselves to you or the other people, but I think that this person is comparing themselves with themselves. It's almost like there's this part of superiority, or maybe having unrealistic expectations with yourself, and this person is seeing that I'm not living up to it. And I think that maybe this unrealistic expectation part is coming from seeing themselves as not feeling good enough of for you, and then they're kind of setting the bar too high as to what they need to be in your life or to be chosen by you. And I think when that person compares themselves to the present and the future version that they're wanting to keep, it's like they're pushing their worthiness, right? All in all, to simplify this reading, I think that this person will come forward to you once they actually have embodied the feeling of contentment rather than pushing their worthiness in the future. Whether it be that maybe this person has body dysmorphia, because there's a strong emphasis on maybe this person's physical features. Maybe this person is someone that now again, there are a number of scenarios which I was talking about, the variables that I referred to before, right? I think that there are a number of scenarios where maybe this person used to be thin and they became fat, or maybe this person is someone that goes to the gym and on the opposite tangent, their body dysmorphia is getting worse. I think that there's a number of things that I can point out over here, or maybe somebody, or maybe they think that you're more wealthier than them, or maybe they don't have enough to be in a relationship with you, or maybe they have certain prior commitments that they need to follow, and now you're coming in and you're changing the whole script for them. It's almost like they had a plan and now it's not going according to the plan, and this person is just in two minds about it. Comparison can be a number of things, right? So I think that you should pick the one which feels most accurate and close to your situation. Nevertheless, spirit tells me that you don't have to focus too much upon what is happening with them, because I think that this comparison energy with the presence in reverse exists in you as well. There's a part of you that is also in resistance with what this person is showing you and why you feel so desperate to have them around, because I want you to understand this part of life which goes deeper than just saying that I understand duality, or I understand yin and yang, or I understand black and white. I think that you can have a need to be loved, which can be fulfilled only by another person, but you can also have a need to be accepted and loved by yourself simultaneously. So this does not nullify everything that I channeled at the beginning about wanting a partner and age and all sorts of concerns like that being miscellaneous. But I think over here that you also have this need to be justified, to be validated, to be accepted by another person, that you're worthy just the way you are. So um I think that there's a mirroring over here where there's resistance to that part of you that wants acceptance, and you just find it a little bit difficult to look itself in the eye and be like, I accept you, I'm not scared of you, and you're not scary to me, and you're not at all unlovable to me. I think that whatever the first thing that comes to your mind, like feeling unworthy, and then you question yourself, it's like a trail, breadcrumbs, like drop those breadcrumbs for yourself, have this internal dialogue and this very, very difficult, uneasy conversation with yourself that you almost try to deflect every time it comes up. It's almost like you ask yourself like, oh, why do you feel unworthy? And then you say XYZ, and then you're like, where is it taking you down? It's like a trail of events that come forward, like it takes you back to maybe a teenage, high school, childhood, sort of like a memory, or maybe a recent memory. A lot of times it's not always necessary that the kind of belief that we have adopted just comes from our childhood. It can be that our recent experiences or maybe a toxic relationship has reprogrammed a belief into a negative context that we don't even realize. Supposedly, you've had poor relationships in your past, or you've had a friendship or a friendship breakup, or a toxic friend, or again, not to villainize other people in your life, but you just had that experience that you don't even realize completely changed your personality. Like, I'm talking about that. So that kind of introspection is something that is happening on both ends over here, and I think that this is not an easy situation, because this is somewhere, this is true shadow work, I would say that. And maybe the difficulty that you're facing right now is because it is difficult, and there's nothing wrong in telling yourself that this is difficult and this is heavy on me and this is making me a shit uncomfortable with myself. But this is something that I still wanted to do regardless for myself, because it's almost like how they say, right? The magic you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. And on a personal point of view, I hate when somebody says that I'm avoiding it, because I feel like they probably don't understand that I am trying my best, but I find it really difficult to accept that part of me. So if that's something that, maybe bothers you as well, I think that I would tell you that you don't have to feel pressurized. You don't have to feel like you won't get what you want if you don't do the work, because that separates you from a part of you. That makes you feel like, oh, if I don't achieve this, then I am not worthy. Oh, if I don't do this shadow work, then I'm not going to get what I want. I feel like it creates a little bit of separation within yourself. It makes you, again, it brings out this comparison energy within yourself. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like if I do that, I'm judging myself, and it further separates me from who I am, then making me more wholesome with myself, right? So I think that don't feel forced to do this work. Naturally, I think that it would require courage, but that's for you to figure out. I think that um, I don't want to give too much of baseless advice when I truly believe that you know best what's best for you and what would be the best course of action for you to take to deal with this resistance, to meet this resistance, to meet this judgment. And it's always done with comparison. So don't sit down and tell yourself, well, oh, you know what, like, I'm not brave enough, or I'm just being lazy. You're not being lazy. There's a part of you that you've been at war with for a really long time, and you've been working on it slowly by slowly. So don't force yourself to do the shadow work. Do it when your body allows you, when you feel like, yes, I think that I want to do it out of love, not because I have to do it. Oh my god, I have to do it. There's a difference in that. Like, don't force yourself. um yeah, so I think that was pretty much it. Moving forward, I'm gonna take this card in the reverse. This is happiness. I am aware that being happy means I'm on the right path. So I think when it comes to your person, um, I think that this person may be keeping tabs on you. If you don't know them well, If you don't know them well enough, I think that they just have their own ways in which they can get sneak peeks. If that's in your physical space, workplace, anywhere that you guys see each other often, something like that, I think that, they see you around. And if it's any consolation, this person feels as hollow or empty as you do, because again, that's what I said in the beginning, right? That there's somewhere vibrationally both of you are meeting. um and I'm feeling the need to say that doesn't make you less spiritual, or that doesn't make you fake woke, just because you're meeting someone that you think is more egotistically driven. It just shows a level of frequency that you're meeting them at, or a wound that you're revisiting, or a wound that you're actively healing through the journey of your own life. um, I think that this person is not a reflection of your progress. Let's make that very, very clear over here. I think with the happiness in reverse, this really talks about the fact that this person feels like, I feel like this, I was about to say absolutely, but I feel like I'm gonna say maybe like this person also feels very codependent on you, because there's a part of them that also wants to be validated by you. If they approach you and you accept their initiative, I think that it would also make them really happy, right? Because on the other end of it, if you see it from their point of view and they do approach you, they find the guts to do that, or whatever they want to do with you, whatever their intentions are, I think that this person would also be validated that yes, I am good enough for them, right? So there's something where this person is also wanting your approval. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know why do I feel the need to release these villainized concepts in your head that you think that wanting male or female validation is wrong. It's not. These are literally the only two genders on the planet. No offense to other genders out there, but I'm really, really trying to keep this on a base level, okay? And inclusive of other genders, okay? I'll add that. But talking about that, let's put it in male and female energies, right? You wanting validation from male or female energies is not wrong. um I think that this is just how humans were kind of wired, and I feel like a part of me really strongly believes that this is your biology. You can't deceive it. You can't heal your way out of a desire quoted by Teal Swan. I genuinely believe on that you can't heal yourself out of a desire, like something that has been burning in you. You can't just be like, well, it seems so superficial, I don't want that. It's kind of like you're completely deflecting your whole humanly experience by just trying to be spiritual. So pile number 2, your reading is very multidimensional. Like, it's almost like I can't really quote it in one, I can't compartmentalize it also. Like, there's too many dimensions to it, and I think that's why the introductory phase of this was like, if a message makes you feel good, accept it. If it doesn't gives you anxiety, just let it be, okay? Maybe it's not for you. If you don't understand something that I've said, it's probably not for you. Okay, so I'm going to clear this out, and I want to see more about how this person is viewing you at this point of time. Upright, reverse, spirit, upright, the well. So this is kind of like I am like I'm resorting to myself. I'm resorting to myself to find certain answers. Seven of Swords. This person is aware of the fact that you like them. Straight up. I don't know what you've been doing, but you might think that you're sly, but you're not. And I'll tell you, because you may think that they're not that intuitive, but this person has worldly knowledge. And that's what I believe, that even if somebody is like maybe 17, 20, 25, that person has also been living those years on the face of earth. And that person also has some experience. that enables them to make judgments, right? So I think that this person also sees that, and I feel like if maybe you look at them and you turn your eye around, or maybe you've tried to put a poker face on, there's somewhere where you it's not that you purposely try to give it away, but they caught you, or they've seen you being interested in them. um so if you've had this question on the opposite tangent, that do they even know that I'm interested in them, or did I come off as very unapproachable or something like that, well, you should know that they are aware of it, and that is a good thing. I think that people should at least know that you're into them. Like, otherwise you are literally misleading them, like wanting them to approach and them not knowing that you're even interested. That doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. That is unrealistic of you to think that they would just read your mind. Upright, reverse, King of Swords, reverse. I think that this person does feel like you are also quite deceptive. The Five of Wands, and the Five of Swords. I don't know. There's some sort of like a strong, energetic exchange happening. So um, if you're in their physical presence, or you guys think about each other a lot at night or something like that, I feel like this person picks up on some aggressiveness, or like your disappointment that they're not reaching out to you, or your animosity. There's somewhere where you're hiding a lot of emotions, and I am suspecting this is a masculine energy we're talking about. It is definitely gender non-specific, but it's almost like this person senses something, like maybe there's this expectation that you wanted them to ask you out and come forth, come towards you, and maybe you're someone that is like you, spirit, what's the word, you're kind of like a brat in that manner. No offense, I think that you're kind of like a brat in that manner, because you're like, nobody really rejects you, or nobody really you don't really go unnoticed, is what I am picking up. And I think that this person not paying attention to you is really getting to you, because it's not like humbling, but it's a little bit like how dare you not notice me, because I am not well experienced in that area. Like, I always get noticed, I always get chased, I always get what I want, and it is not based off physical appearance. This is something that is energetically powered through within you, whereas that is a good thing. But I think this time around it's a little bit like giving you a taste of your own medicine. I think that's poorly put, but if that paints a picture, I think that it's a little bit humbling for you. Maybe it's a little bit like, okay, well, I think you're learning a different part of life, which is, well, not everybody puts you on a pedestal or treats you like that. Yeah, I think I tried my very best to explain that energy. I think the detailed analysis was just for you, but this person picks up on some sort of, like passive aggressiveness, that, they're not giving you any attention, and that's getting to you. And this could be a part of the egoistic measures that they play. And I think that uh, that's why I probably mentioned mind games in the beginning as egoistic traits. And I feel like there's a part of them which doesn't want to do this with you, because it has worked with other people. And this tug of war also with you exists, where they know that maybe they're getting to you, but also a part of them which is confused, like, am I really getting them? Because you're not also showing any signs of being bothered by them. So you guys are playing some real tricky games with each other. I'm not gonna lie, okay? And that's none of my business. So I'm gonna pull out a few channel messages from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. And yes, I will be concluding your reading. So what would this person say? That was quick. I'm wanting to come out of isolation. I worked hard on my healing. I think one thing I would tell you, that this person is doing the work. I just feel the need to say, please stop villainizing, I don't know, psychological traits that every human embodies. Because if you do that too much, one day you'll find that you also have that, and you would just be judgmental because you also have that. um, I'm so magnetized towards you, it feels like we've done this before. So yes, pile number 2, this was your reading. I am going to leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 3, if you chose the lemon jade and the Star Dragons Oracle deck. This is going to be a reading about whether this person will reach out to you or not. So what I am picking up intuitively is the energy that this person may not reach out to you, but if you do, they would be receptive to it. That's the energy that I'm mainly picking up. So that's completely up to you if you want to know the reasons. And I think you should be open to understand why this is probably happening and what kind of a person you're dealing with, because there's a possibility I pick up that this is a newer connection, or what is their situation at hand, or what is their reasoning for not reaching out, because I feel compelled to say that the reason why they're not reaching out is 100%. I can vouch for the fact it's not that they're not interested in you. I think there's some internal blockage. I think this person is extremely intimidated by you, and you may not realize that because you're a little bit unapproachable. And I am not saying that you should change anything about yourself. I just think that you are energetically aligning with someone who is mirroring a part of you that may not be open to love. Um, and it's possible that you are someone that says or calls out to the universe or wishes for a relationship but doesn't find themselves actually feeling brave enough to invest in a relationship. And I think vice versa, this is your person, because there's this feeling inside of a loneliness, but it's not something majorly that I pick up that's because you had a very bad relationship or you just came out of a relationship. That could be the possibility, but I think that more prominently this is just a feeling of not feeling safe in love or relationships. And I don't want you to see this as a flaw in you. I don't want you to feel like I am pointing out something that is bad or corrupted in you. I just feel like there's something that that pain has to say. There's a reason why your fear exists, and you can't blame it that, oh, you have a fear of not trusting people. Well, that fear is saying something to you. That fear is not there just because it wants to exist. Your fear shouldn't be villainized to a form that you're just there and this is because of you that I am not able to experience love. Your fear is serving a purpose. How they say that pain leaves when its purpose is served. And over here, you can't sit and nitpick your life and your experiences and badmouth it and tell it that, okay, because I was born in such a place or circumstance, and then this happened to me and this happened and this is how I am, or maybe this is how I look, or maybe this is what I don't have and this is what I have, and that's because, like, I think that the blame game will carry on irrespective of the variables being changed. So supposedly, if you struggle with accepting something about your life and the life that the creator has given you, and if the creator had given you what you wanted, you'll find another reason to be unhappy about it. And again, that's just a human prototype. But I want you to understand that this pain inside you wants to tell you something. This pain, once it's done talking to you, it will be something that will dissolve. um and I don't want to instruct you on how to release this and process this pain, because I feel like you can Google that or find a number of videos that may or may not be able to give you more insight. But from my own personal point of view, what I believe somebody should do is just sit with themselves and understand what it is telling them. You don't have to categorize it as good or bad. You don't have to read into it too much. You don't have to psychoanalysis it. You don't even have to journal it. I don't want you to do anything, but I just want you to be all ears to that pain, because maybe there's something that it always has been trying to tell you, and you're not really giving it the permission to speak to you because you find it scary, you find it ugly, you find it heavy, all sorts of things that create a wall within ourselves. Does that make sense? So I think that there's a part within maybe the both of you that is being mirrored over here, which really tells me that it's not that you don't want love, but you're scared of love. And that is the story that we're trying to understand. And that is the story that wants to unfold in front of you. Um, Maybe just through the understanding of this reading. But I think that, see, all piles are different. Every person that will pick a pile will be in a different stage in their life. And I think in your reading, there's a lot of, I keep getting the word permission. It's almost like spirit just wants you to give yourself the permission to be sad, to be melancholic, to be nostalgic, to feel sad and to grieve a part of it, but not to blame life for it. This is a little different concept that may be a little bit hard to grasp without belittling yourself or other people involved or life or God, for that matter, that you gave me this life and I'm just not able to pull through. But that's not the real challenge over here. The challenge is how you remain human to yourself, how you remain calm to yourself. Because I think that you're a very intelligent person. And that's the key reason why I feel like spirit is not telling me to give you ABCD instructions over here. Sometimes common sense is not very common. Sometimes we're not intelligent with ourselves. Sometimes we need to be reminded the basics. Um, and people that are very intelligent often view things as in a very complex manner. Sometimes they need to be reminded that the solution is very simple. And for you, I think that the solution over here is to just go back to the common method, that is to just sit with it, just listen to it. That's it. Like, don't read too much into it. So I feel like you need to give yourself a moment to be human. That means that if you don't feel like meditating right now, if you don't feel like praying right now, if you don't feel like journaling right now, if you don't feel like being your best self right now, let things fall apart within, if it's within you or around you. Because maybe I feel that this is so guided for whoever is receiving this, and I hope that you open your heart to receive this, because maybe there's a part of you which is like, oh, good things can't happen to me right now because I've been going through a morphine drive. Morphine is basically when something bad happens, like, it's just a phase of really bad things that keep happening to you. And maybe you feel like that. And I think that this person may be someone that you're really hoping that you have a good experience with. I don't think that you're trying to keep too many expectations, but you can't help but find yourself in this place that you want a soothing balm. And you think that maybe, I'm getting the word limerence. Maybe you have very obsessive thoughts about this person, because there's a part of you which is wanting to really come outside the cave that you've been put into. And I'm hearing that's a little bit self-inflicted. Like, you may not realize this, but you are so used to this comfort blanket of being maybe a loner or being in isolation that at this point you feel pretty bland about your life, and um, things that maybe that could be exciting, you're not finding that exciting. And it's just like a gloomy day, you know. On a gloomy day, we really like to drink hot beverages. We like to enjoy the breeze, or maybe light candles up, or maybe take a drive, go for a drive, or listen to, you know, soothing, melancholic, perhaps. It really depends on your mood, right? But for you, I feel like it's almost like you really want to be in your safe safety, in your comfort zone. um there's something about this reading that I feel like we're going to discover something about this not being so much so about your person, but about you. And of course, I will add in the necessary questions that do come up as to why this person may not reach out to you, and what is this situation or this connection at hand, which I feel like is pretty confusing for you, because maybe there's a spiritual connection you're feeling with this person, but you're not able to find any physical proof of it. And I think that this person, I feel very strongly, pile number 3, considering this is a general reading, I think that this person is also feeling these gloomy day vibes these days. That's what I'm feeling, honestly. So I'm going to pull out one card about how is this person viewing you, and how is this person feeling about you. So I have this card for how they're viewing you. Okay, Spirit is telling me to hold on to the how they're feeling about you. So we have miracle making a difference, and protection finding what's more important. I told you. There's this sense of rigidness and being a little bit standoffish, and that's what I pick up as being unapproachable. Nevertheless, I don't think that this person thinks that your RBF face, or your they feel that you are protecting something. You find them to be a stranger as of now. You don't know them very well, and they find it quite justified that you're not very forthcoming towards them, especially if they're a man. I get a very specific message that if they're a man, or they're in the masculine energy in your relationship, your connection, they understand that they should be the ones pursuing you. And with the miracle card, uh, this is as I'm getting the word groundbreaking and disturbing somewhere. It's almost like if you were in this energy that, you know, this person, like, why am I feeling so strongly, or why am I feeling this obsession with them? I can't stop thinking about them. They're feeling the same. Wow, the candle just blew out. So that's probably very true for your situation, that they're also feeling like, well, but there's something about this person where I feel like their light is dimmed. That's what I'm honestly picking up. There's something like, you know, the gloomy day vibe. That's what I'm picking up over here. It's like there is something, bio number 3. There's something about the both of you feeling a little bit like, I don't know if depressed is the right word, but just uninterested in worldly pleasure. Something has really dimmed your lights. And you both kind of find yourself in this energy like, what will happen in this connection? Like, even if I do something, like, nothing great is going to come out of it. That's what I'm picking up. It's a little bit of loss of excitement or any sort of fun in life. And you know, I just replaced it with the identical candle. And I don't want to be cliche, but I really feel like there's something like you both are going through a rebirth or a transformation. Also, because this card says rebirth, giving yourself a second chance. And underneath is knowledge, because I know for a fact that you are smart. You are smart. You know, smart, intelligent are different words than being wise. And that's what I really want to say. You are intelligent and you're wise. But you know what happens with people that are really intelligent is that they tend to be too much in their head. They overanalyze, they can feel so many things that they kind of forget to just look at the world with naivety or innocence. It's almost like maybe you had to mature really early in your life. I see that you still carry this kind of like a responsibility of taking care of everything. You don't know how to let yourself loose. And I think this person has the same thing. And that is probably the reason why this person will not reach out, because they are seeing themselves as someone that has to work really hard on themselves before they bring in another person in the picture. And I think this is by default. This person is very, I feel like it's the word is parentification. You are meeting someone that is the other side of a coin, and it may really irritate you. That why are they like this? Why are they so stubborn? Why are they so responsible? Why are they so standoffish? Why are they just acting like they don't care? If you see this person around, if they're not reaching out, this might pinch a little bit, but this person is exactly like you. Like if you're calling out this person on being selfish, if you're calling out on them to be scared of rejection, if you're calling out on them to be uninterested in you, you're actually projecting. And that's what I'm picking up over here. So I have a few pre-shuffle cards. I'm gonna take this one in reverse. Oh, we have sensitivity in reverse. We have Eight of Wands. There's something very spooky about your reading. Like it's almost like a little bit what's the word, spirit? It's a little bit uncomfortable for me as to how much I'm strongly connected with your energies and how much I feel like this reading, if and when it does find you, it will be probably uh uncanny as to how relatable it may be for you. Um, Simply because there's a difference in this pile where I feel like this is a lot about you, and maybe you have been on this rampage of finding about this person, but you don't want to hear about yourself because you already have too many assumptions and thoughts in your own head. And it's almost like spirit had to come in to give you this answer as a Trojan horse. It's almost like they had to hide their intentions in this reading so that they can talk to you and deliver something important to you. Now, I really do want to clarify the fact that we have Eight of Wands over here, which has taken me by surprise as well with sensitivity in reverse. And that is the reason why I feel like this person is not reaching out. I think that with sensitivity, we talk about someone that is not in their feminine aspect, someone that is not in a very expansive energy. This person may be open to the thought of a relationship, but on a very emotional nervous system cellular level, this person is very closed off. Because sensitivity in reverse talks about someone that, you know, what is sensitivity? We're open, we're nurturing, we're limitless. Sensitivity in reverse is we don't want to feel we're limited, and we feel kind of depleted. And with the Eight of Wands over here before that really gives me that it's not that they don't want to talk to you. That's what I said in the beginning, if you remember, that I said that it's not at all a reflection of their interest in you. I just feel like this person is they're not aware of how much their internal world holds them back from new opportunities, because sensitivity is also the energy of sensitivity with Eight of Wands can also talk about someone that is open to new friends or new experiences. Eight of Wands is not just always about communication. And it says traveling, so it's about expansive energy. It's about experiences. Somewhere I feel like this person is closed off to that, and I think it's by default. It's not something that they're purposely trying to do. I'm going to take this one upright. Grief. I told you. This is tied in with both of you. You may really not want to listen to this, may not want to hear it. Maybe something that you're just like, well, I know. Give me something else. I think you're in this energy where you're like, I know. Just stop beating it on my head. Um, because you're fairly running away from it. Um, and I'm sorry if that makes you feel like it's a lot of effort to carry your grief. But the thing is that you don't have to carry it. You don't have to, honestly, you don't have to carry it around. You can drop it down. It's heavy. And I think that maybe this grief has got nothing to do with this person. It says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. I think that maybe this grief comes from an absent parent. And the limerence or the romantic obsession that you carry in you is because you have learned to live with this, what do you call, this fantasy land that keeps you warm. And there's the reason why you like to stay in isolation is because you just can't fathom any more heart. You kind of like have lost your spark. Um, Again, this really calls me to say that your trauma didn't make you any stronger. Your trauma may have made you resilient because you had to do that for yourself. And I want you to be proud of yourself and tell yourself that I am proud of myself, because anything could have happened. You could have chosen not to work on yourself. And a lot of times life is not about the cards we're dealt with. Life is about how we deal with those cards. There's something that Spirit is telling me, that you chose this life for yourself, and you may be grief stricken at this moment. Like, you're just like, I have to do damn with what I chose because I can't clearly seem to get past it. And I think that they're telling me that your higher self, or whenever you belittle or you criticize the God or the creator, it's only you in the future. It's only you in the making. Like, all of this hatred, perhaps, or despise that you have for going through this in life, it's also a part of the process. You may not see how that fits in right now, but I really want you to allow yourself to be angry. There's nothing wrong in being angry at maybe the universe, or feeling like you have lack of faith that this will improve, because this is all the range. This is like the ranges. These are the ranges of human emotions. Human emotions doesn't just mean that you're allowed, let's place the emphasis on allowed, that you're just allowed to experience basic emotions such as anxiety or sadness or happiness or excitement or joy. The difficult emotions are the ones that you experience when things don't go your way, the ones that you experience when you have anger for putting your faith in a higher power, and somehow it still seems like situations are not improving for you because there's a process. And no matter how much I try to hide it underneath the umbrella term of character development, I think it still doesn't take away uh, your need to feel perhaps anger or dissatisfaction, or even perhaps disassociation, because it's so difficult for you to understand why is life as such for you. So I don't want you to be superficial with yourself and force yourself to do something you don't want to. Simply, other than just allow yourself to feel the ranges of what is happening at its utmost. Um, Bandwidth. I think that a lot of what you're going through is somewhat related to developing your faith in the universe and understanding how things actually do end up working out for you. But when you're in the middle of the movie, when you haven't reached the climax or the end of the movie, you can't simply understand what was the whole plot of the story. Okay? That's what I'm gonna say. So now coming back to the real question about your reading. We have change in reverse. And we have, I honor how I want to feel. Change says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. I'm going to take this one upright. Spirit is telling me to take this upright. So when it comes down to your person, this is someone that is behind closed doors, still processing their. I'm hearing that this person thinks it's infatuation and it will fade away. And I think this person also understands why they're calling it infatuation is simply because of the fact they think that you won't be interested in them. Life is as such that even if we or human mind is as such that even if we have someone in front of us telling us that they love us, they love us, they love us, if we don't think that we're worthy, we're going to keep asking them, do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? It's almost like, yes, reassurance is a beautiful thing as must for people that have been through unfortunate circumstances in life. But this gives me that even if you go out there and you confess your love to this person, somewhat they have difficulty in believing that you still want them or you really want them. That's what I'm picking up. So this is, honestly, if I had to place it, this is their problem, not yours. And if it's in you, I hate to break it to you, this is your problem and not anybody else who is trying to love you. So I want to see if they will take any potential action or what action will they take towards you. So we have the Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups in reverse, the Lovers, Four of Swords, the Death. Should I take one more? No. So we have the Nine of Swords and the Three of Wands. I would say that this person is very good at, again, imagining things. The Death over here, Scorpio energy with the Lovers, Gemini. This person definitely feels that connection with you, as I have told you that. And I think maybe you have difficulty in accepting this also because there's no physical proof of the fact that they do like you and they feel this connection. However, I think that this person is in the same boat as you. Now, I might be jumping the gun. I'm not sure how well this part of the reading, this one specific message might resonate with you. But I feel like you think that you really want this person, but if this person genuinely starts choosing you and starts showing up for you, I think that it will dissipate your reasoning for it's all I don't know, it'll take away your romantic obsession, your codependency. There's a part of you that feels more comfortable in the fantasy land rather than making things real with someone, no matter how good they are, because your war is not with who they are and what they are, but your war is with emotional availability. And I think that you are very comfortable with how things are, and this is something that you are okay with. But I think that the closer this person will start coming towards you, the more unattractive they will become. And I think that's partially part of the process where you may think and call out to the universe that why don't you send real love to me? It's not because it's not there for you. I, for one, truly believe that the Creator God has made everyone in pairs. There's someone for everyone, given exceptions. We're not going to go in that. But I think that you are a part of that collective population where you do have someone that awaits for you in the future. But first of all, you genuinely, pile number three, I say this with utmost compassion and respect for you, that there's not a this is not a faulty measure in you that you don't know how to receive love. um it's just how life has been for you, and you're not okay with that level of intimacy because you fear being let down, you fear being abandoned, you fear being hurt. And that is a part of the process that spirit wants to help you with, not because they want you to be alone or they want you to hurt so much, because spirit wants you to see what an amazing person you are despite of what has happened to you. And the pain camouflages so much of those great attributes in you that I would just say that they truly, 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 truly want the best for you, and that is the part of the process. Um, and you're not ready for love. I hate to say that. Um, that doesn't mean you have to be perfect to be loved, but the whole point of this is that it's not that you're not lovable, it's that you don't allow love to get to you. And that may be a part of the self sabotage that both of you are experiencing at this given point. So, in terms of probably what actions this person will take, I say probably none. Maybe way down in the future, and that's something that I am not feeling compelled to add in this reading. I don't feel the need to look at what will happen in the future. I think that when you find this, it is just for the time being when you do find it, because I think it will make sense. I'm going to pull out a few cards from my self-curated oracle deck if you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this. Information is given down below. I am blinded by my insecurities. Thank you, Spirit. I miss you, but my pride won't let me come forward. I think that I can definitely replace this pride with confusion. I don't think it's pride. I really think it's doubt that is hidden under pride. I think any person that doesn't know what is going on within them is justified and validated on their own end to not make impulsive moves. And I think I can't blame this person for choosing what they want for themselves. Yes, so please take me back. If this was someone in your past, they do want to come back, but I feel like I'm yearning for your missing you. I told you, pile number 3, it's not that they don't want you. I just feel like if this was somebody in the past, they're just, this person has this energy of like, well, just say something to me, I'll come to you, I'll come to you, but they just don't have the bandwidth to do that for themselves and take you. Is this real or in my head? I told you, you're worth it all, and I have told my friends about you. Okay, pile number 3, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how it resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. You can contact me on my email, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose the Citrine and the Ostara Tarot deck, this is going to be your reading. So I have a few pre-shuffled cards. I am going to open those. I'm going to take this in reverse. We have my faith has the power to turn trauma into healing, conflict into growth, fear into love. I am sensing that it's possible for a few of you that chose this pile. You have some sort of, you're facing some sort of adversity, you're facing some sort of conflict, because I feel like conflict into growth is highlighted given that spirit is denoting this card to be in the reverse, which talks about resistance or blocked energy, where I feel like my first guess would be that this person has difficulty in transmuting whatever blockage, whatever pattern, whatever point of tension that has been created between the both of you. And I am picking up that it's possible that it's not able to move forward between the both of you. It's not able to evolve together. Something is not happening because this person is not cooperating, perhaps. um and I don't like to place all the burden of pressure on this person because it nullifies your sovereignty in this situation. It's almost like spirit is telling me that it does talk about your participation in it, but I think that the main focal point is that this person is not able to transmute or repair or move through this pattern that hinders your ability to grow in this relationship together. It's not always about just throwing in the towel and giving up on the relationship. Longevity comes in with a lot of forgiveness, a lot of patience, a lot of compassion on both ends. However, I think that there is an emphasis on spirits and that this person is not able to work through what pattern requires change, because a pattern is something that needs to be changed on a very deep core level, right? It's not something that we get one counseling session or therapy, or we have a transparent conversation with the other person and miraculously you'll be healed. Something that your person has been doing, has been showing up again and again. It's like a default mode. It's something that needs to be resolved deep, deep, deep inside. And that's something your person probably fears doing. That's something that I think this person doesn't want to meet it in the eye. It doesn't want to look it in the eye, meet the resistance, and sort it out. I think this person finds it difficult to do. As a little bit of like, okay, well, this person is a little bit lazy about it, okay? Um, I, for one, like to give everything a realistic but an optimistic spin to it. But in your reading, I feel like this might hurt because I will have to be very honest with you about what this person is doing and where their energy is, which will serve you way better than me trying to soothe your pain momentarily. Okay, I hope you understand that. um I'm gonna take this card up, right? I just spoke of transparency 43. Energy of transparency supports our expansion towards a high vibrational state of being with more insight, honesty, and clarity. I think that this person does want to give you an explanation of some sorts. It's not that they don't care, and the fact that they find it difficult to repair the damage is a little different than the fact that they don't care or they do care. Whereas in this scenario, they do care, but I think this is the most cliche explanation for what is happening at hand in your situation. That this is someone that does care for you, does love you, but they don't care for themselves that much, or they don't see themselves as worthy, and that really um nullifies everything that I've said. I feel that honestly, that it doesn't matter if they care about you or they love you. I think maybe this is your energy, but I'm picking up that it doesn't really matter if they don't they love you or they care about you if they're not doing anything about it in 3D reality, if they're not really doing anything to show that to you. Because uh I can understand that there's unconditional love involved, or there's a spiritual facet to this, that they love you from afar, they love you from afar, they just want you to be happy. But that kind of mentality is not really satiating your appetite for love, almost in that sense, or maybe companionship, or it's not fulfilling you. That's what I'm picking up. So I think that that's why I feel like no matter what this person feels on their own opposite end, if there's no action involved in it, it's very difficult for you to do anything about this whatsoever. I think that you have had many nights just thinking whether this person is worth it or not, and I think that you are one foot in, one foot out, and the only foot that is still in is because you're finding it a little bit difficult to let go of them because you're attached to this person. And somewhere in your heart, you feel like they will change, it's not dead, it's not all lost, but there's also a part of you which is like, well, how many times will I wait? How many times will I tell myself that this is the last time, or after this I'll leave them if something happens? It's something that keeps playing out in the same form. And I think that if that is true, then this person is not the only one to be blamed for a pattern playing out in their life. I think that you are also somewhere enabling it for yourself. And I'm not saying that you're purposely doing this, but I think that it would be a little bit a little bit of hypocrisy if we don't notice maybe that you find it difficult to let go of them, and maybe how they also find it difficult to let go of whatever they've been doing, or how their pain is solving uh, a reason to why your relationship is not able to move forward. I mean, it's only fair to point that out, right? Do you agree with me? So I'm going to take this in reverse. We have imagination in reverse. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. I think straight up, I'm going to tell you straight up, this person finds it very difficult to imagine good circumstances between the both of you, this relationship working out. It's almost like they think that opening themselves up to this relationship, doing the inner work, opens them up to the risk of getting heartbroken again. And I think this person is fairly attached to their pain because it enables them to this excuse that I won't get too hurt. It's almost like there's a thought pattern inside which is, I would say this is loosely related to your person's situation. It may not be 100% accurate because this is a general reading. You should always keep that in mind. But if you connect with this energetically, I think one thing you can definitely take from this that is generically applied is that this person is attached to their pain, and their pain serves as a safety blanket at this point, or their past memories of pain serve as a safety blanket, because it doesn't have to open themselves up to a new heartbreak if they do get into a relationship. So somewhere I feel like you both are stuck in a limbo because you there could be a number of reasons why you're holding on to this person, but one thing that I mainly feel very strongly is that if this person changes, you will feel very accomplished. It will give you this sense of like, wow, I'm so worthy that, this kind of stubborn person changed themselves for me. That must mean that I'm a great deal, or I'm very good, or I'm very, very worthy of love. There's somewhere where if this person arrives at that point of change, I think you will get an ego boost out of it. I think that's why I said ego boost, not something that will actually change your sense of self-worth. It would be again externally granted to you. It won't be something that has been established inside as a core belief that I am worthy. So there's a differentiation over here as to why you are stuck on this person changing for you, quote unquote. And I think that with the imagination, there's a good part of you that also knows that there's too much water under the bridge. There's too much pain that you're carrying, that you need to be separated, or you need to cut cords with this person, or you need some time apart if it's not reached at such a pivotal point where you want to let go of them. But there's somewhere where I think that it's not that um, it can't be repaired. I'm not saying that. It really depends on if you find that worthy of putting in that work, or giving them other chances, more chances at the very least. But I think there's a part of both between part and excuse me. There's a part of there's a part of oh my god, why am I doing this? I just got stuck in my own words. There's a part in both of you that feels it was so easy to say that, but well, there's a part in both of you that feels like this is not going to go any further. And I think your person somewhere has accepted defeat. And this does arrive me to the conclusion that I don't think this person will be reaching out. If I'm going to be very honest, I knew that from the beginning. Spirit told me that, but I wanted to develop a foundation with you as we move step by step, understanding why is this, because I think that um, certain readings can be very straight to the point and tell you that okay, they're going to reach out, they're not going to reach out, but I think that understanding why it is happening for a deep on a deeper level for you, and what is your participation in this situation may or may not help you refrain yourself from reaching out to the person. And there's nothing wrong or weak about you if you end up still talking to this person and you reach out to them. But I would still give you the benefit of the doubt as my viewer, that I still um, share something to you that is valuable, to create a chain of thought that pushes you to do better for yourself, even more than what you imagine right now. Because I think that this situation and this cycle that you're stuck with this person, in a cycle that you're stuck with this person, is somewhat a reflection of what you think you deserve, and so does this person. And there's nothing on what is playing out in the physical realm that is equivalent to both of your self-worth. This person is absolutely deserving of the love that you are willing to offer them, and so are you willing of love that they probably have not offered you, and you imagine them to do that if they do change, let's say that. But I think that there's so much hanging on the thread by the imagination or expectation of the potential, that somewhere we're missing out the whole point of this actually not existing in reality. And I think the transparency is really about the fact that we need to be real with ourselves, that at this point, are we holding on to a potential of someone, or are we actually taking in consideration of what is our true experience with a person in this long uh, period that we've had or spent with this person. There's something that keeps on playing out in your situation, that pile number 4, um, unfortunately I can't talk to your person about this, but the person that I can talk to is you. And this is not something that is just kind of like about your well-being. I think that you may not be the person that this person is the right person for. It's almost like sometimes we want to be the game changer for someone so much, not because um, we want them to do better or we want to love them the right way, but because if they do change, then we get something that validates us truly and deeply inside. But the most difficult thing is, again, externally granted. It won't last for really long. Um, it's really not such a badge of achievement if you are the game changer for someone. It really doesn't. I think the badge of achievement or something close to that would be that you understood what you deserve and you acted on it. That's what I would say. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a few cards to see how is this person feeling about you. Your person could be into photography, excuse me, or they could be really fond of wildlife photography, or something about maybe the flora fauna. Something about them is very earthy. They could be an earth sign, also Capricorn. That could also be you. I'm hearing commitment phobia. I think that was established over here, given that I said that this person is attached to their pain or painful memories, because it saves them from the risk of having another heartbreak, which they don't feel quite strong that they can bear it. Opening yourself up to love also comes with the risk of getting your heart broken. And I'm hearing from spirit, like, I'm sorry if this person has hurt you and you feel very hung up on them. Um, and I know that this is very difficult for you, and I'm very proud of you that you're even allowing yourself to listen to this. Perhaps it's very harsh for you to accept this reality, because you are very attached to this person, and it doesn't reduce your connection to nothing. It doesn't, absolutely don't take that in the wrong manner, whatever I'm saying, that you guys didn't have any love between the both of you, or there's nothing real over here. But I think that it's reaching a point where it's becoming a very uh, pivotal point for you to decide. And I think that the universe is pushing you to choose yourself. It's almost like maybe you guys were walking this journey together, but now it's somewhere where you decide to walk it by yourself, kind of like without this person, because it's hurting you more than it's like holding on is hurting more than letting this go. How are they feeling? So we have the Tower. This is Scorpio. We have the Devil, so this is strong energies. We have Scorpio and Capricorn. I think whatever has happened, it has been a very strong ruminating thought for this person. Again, we have the Major Arcana. This is Strength, Leo. So you best believe this affects your person way, 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 way more than you realize. Like, if you think, whatever you think, make it like 5x times more. Like, if you think you're staying awake at night thinking about it, you can almost imagine your person cries about it, staying awake at night. We have the Knight of Wands in reverse. That's probably the reason why. So if you're in separation, I think that I can say that this person is, talking to other people to distract themselves from the pain, but it's not working. We have the Hierophant again. See, because if you can absorb this information from a third person point of view, removing your attachment and emotions involved, this is a lesson from spirit that spirit's telling me that this is a lesson for your person to understand that they can't always run away from what their heart desires. So if this person thought that they can let go of you that easily, and because it requires them to work on themselves, it's almost like this person has always allowed themselves to let go of real potential of love and having love in their life, just because they find it really difficult to let go of their pain. And I think you are a badgering thought in their head. This relates with the rumination, right? And that's why we have Major Arcanas over here. It's almost like you are yourself a reminder of how, no matter how much you try to run away from yourself, at the end of the day you carry yourself everywhere. So it's almost like you being so closely connected to this person, they still carry the feelings, the thoughts, your face, your memories everywhere they go. Like, it's a constant reminder. And I think that it's not haunting, but it's somewhere it just follows this person and they can't get enough of it. And I think that this person more or less does understand that the only way to get through this is to go through it. They will have to learn how to understand their own triggers and ultimately learn how to let go of their past. This is a lesson for your person. That's what I'm picking up. We have the Temperance. My gosh, like, you're getting a Major Arcana after Major Arcana. We have the Ace of Cups, Sagittarius, Taurus, and then we have the Page of Pentacles as well. So I think that you guys have fairly struggled with the bare minimum, receiving that, and somewhere now this has impacted your mental thought pattern so much that you don't think that you can do any better. And that's why spirit refers this to as the reason why spirit is not allowing this person to reach out. You are somewhere lacking in standing your ground and understanding what is not good for you. And this is the universe's way of protecting you. You may cry, you may crib, you may not understand this, you may feel like you didn't give the universe consent for it, but this is like a parent looking out for their child, and this person is not good for you. Pile number 4 at the moment, definitely not. And because you're not able to recognize that, perhaps you're like, no, this is what I want, this is what I want, because it's kind of like playing out in your head so much. And Your nervous system is at all time high alert. This person makes you feel very anxious because of the unsafety in this connection. You ruminate, and somewhere I think that you have also become used to the chaos or drama that happens over here. um, and in all seriousness, this is the universe protecting you from this person. So I don't think that the universe or your spirit team or your guides, simply I think that you best believe something is watching out for you, something is looking out for your well-being and threats. And um, it's as plain and as easy that the universe doesn't want this person to be around you. You need rest because your body has been on so much like high alert, always thinking, where is this person, what are they doing, are they with somebody else? Even if you have pre-existing trust issues, I think this person doesn't do anything concrete that can still calm your insecurities. It's almost like still adding fuel to the fire, and that is not at all good. I don't think I need spirit to tell me like this is not a good situation. And you're kind of, maybe you want this so bad, you probably understand this is not good for you, but your nervous system wants it so bad because you're addicted to the rush of it. And I think that what you're experiencing maybe is quite equivalent to withdrawals from drugs because of the dopamine rush and everything that happens. So that's what I'm seeing over here. You may have insane breakdowns sometimes, like you may just break down anywhere and everywhere because of the fact that your nervous system is craving that rush right now. Okay, so I am going to be concluding this reading. I'm left with your pre-shuffle card. This one, I'm gonna take this in reverse. So we have integration in reverse. This talks about kind of like a union of the light and dark, acceptance. um it's almost like the highs and lows that are playing out over here. Somewhere you will not understand this right now, why this connection was important, why it was important for you to walk through the fire with this person. But the best thing about fire is that it purifies us. It really burns down everything that's not us. And this person was a very, very strong soulmate connection that you may have because of the intensity, despite the karmic lessons, despite the pain, despite the trauma bonding, despite everything else. You have experienced such a deep, intense connection that you're in awe of. And that's what I think you should walk in hand, that this love burned really brightly, but it also died out a little bit, perhaps. And I think that the more that you accept that you love them heaps, 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 but they're not good for you, is how we move on. You can't tell yourself, no, I don't miss him or her, I don't love her or him. You can't. You gotta allow yourself to miss them, you gotta allow yourself to love them, but also simultaneously remind yourself why they're probably not good for you, why they're not the best choice for you at this given point in time. I'm going to pull out a few channel messages before I conclude this reading from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. So I want to take things slow. Again, this person is taking their time. I'm scared to trust because I've been let down before. This absolutely ties in with them not wanting to risk another heartbreak. I don't know how to make this situation any better. You trigger parts within me that I don't want to face. Thank you so much, Spirit. They confirm what I have been telling you. My bad. So pile number 4, I am going to leave a reading here. I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button. Subscribe. Hit the bell icon. Let me know down in the comment section how it resonated. Information, personal readings is given down below. And I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye.